Hey guys, it's me again, and it is February. It was a very long year of January, but now we have some new games from Humble Choice, which, as always, I am not affiliated with. They have no idea who I am, and I pay my monthly dues. I just got off of work, 12 hours again off the cuff, and it sucked, but here we are. Looks like we have a pretty decent amount of games coming in. I have these three already: Grifflands, Tales and Tactics, and Nebulix Dungeon Master. At least I have one version of this. But without further ado, let's kind of just go over it like we always do. First up, we have the Immortals of Avernum. I have heard this game. I've not actually played it. It says Immortals of Avernum is a single-player, first-person magic shooter that tells the story of Jack as he joins an elite order of battle mages to save a world on the edge of abyss. Okay, I'm in that. With legions of soldiers on both sides of the Ever War, that's could have been thought for a little better. He must uncover the mysteries of Avernum's troubled past if there's any hope of saving its future. Master three forces of magic and unleash spells with deadly skill in a game that defies first-person shooter conventions. This is Be the Battle Mage. Join the Order of Immortals, the champion protectors of Lucium, and become Jack, an elite Triarch Magus. Master your magic. Yeah, so it is a first-person game. You know, fast, fluid, first-person spell-based combat. That's easy to learn and satisfying to master, where players are rewarded for clever chained attacks and well-timed counters. It might be interesting. I'm not a big first-person shooter fan, but they're, adding magic to it might be kind of cool. It says there's unlock and upgrade up more than 25 spells and 80 talents. Discover, upgrade, and craft hundreds of pieces of magical gear to synergize your playstyle across all three forces of magic. Maybe they have summoning. That would be cool. Save the world on the edge of the abyss. Jack and Lucium's elite immortals must race to uncover the mysteries of Avernum's past if there's any hope of saving its future. We just read that, right? Okay. But yeah, it's developed by Ascendant Studios. Graphics look pretty cool. If the story's good, I might play it. I might try it just for a little bit, at the very least. Next up, we have Trepang 2. I have no idea what this is, but obviously it is another first-person shooter. It says, "Be the ultimate badass." I'd never. You play as an escaped soldier who has no memories of their past life, but he is infused with supernatural abilities. Revenge is on your mind, and you'll stop at nothing to get what you want. Deliver devastating punches, sneak around in the shadows, wield explosive weapons, and give the bad guys a taste of their own medicine. Explosive single-player story campaign, that's always well received. Mysterious group breaks you out of a heavily guarded black site. Your memories are gone, but your combat abilities are enhanced far beyond human limits. Fight back, find the truth, and face a threat even deadlier than yourself. Next level superpowers. Oh, you get to grab guys? Nice. Master your superhuman strength and speed to knock waves of heavily armed mercenaries into next week. Slow down time to dodge rapid-fire bullets and use cloaking to become invisible and snap your enemies' necks when they least expect it. Brutal melee... oh, wow. Yeah, that's cut 2 shotguns at once? Now I know why they said to be the ultimate badass. That recoil would be hell on your shoulders, though. Square up to your enemies in close quarters melee combat and go full throttle in rapid-fire gunfights. Punch, kick, slide, and deliver ultimate hardcore combos that reduce your foes to dust. The saving grace to this, I think, would be that the story campaign. It does get a 93 very positive rating, so lots of people like it. I'm just still not a fan of first-person shooters, but if it's got a story campaign, I don't know. We'll test it out. Next up, we have Pharaoh, Total War Dynasties. Now, Total War is actually really cool. But I don't know if this is like the full game or if this is like a DLC for one of the Total War games. These are interesting strategy games. Beautiful as always. This is expand your empire, spanning the ancient world from the Aegon to Mesopotamia and down to ancient Egypt. Dynasties almost doubles the size of Pharaoh's campaign map by adding 168 new settlements, new historical landmarks, new victory objectives, and more. To traverse this vastly expanded sandbox, new sea travel lanes have been added that speed up the fleets carrying your armies, enabling you to raid and invade further and faster. I guess I don't really know. I thought this was like kind of like a multiplayer strategy game, a la Age of Empires, but I guess I may be wrong. Huh. Graphics are just really good, really beautiful. Lead new factions. Dive into 4 new playable factions. Babylon, the Assyrians, the Hanagobolt. Yeah. The Mycenae and Troy. With Mycenae and Troy based in the Aegon opposite Babylon and the Assyrians of Hanagobolt in Mesopotamia. These major factions arrive alongside 25 additional minor factions available for you to lead through the cataclysmic events of the Bronze Age collapse. Establish your dynasty. Start a family tree with a new dynasty system. Reign over the tides of morality and succession. Well, I can't do that. Have you met my kids? Navigating strategic marriages, heroic deaths on the battlefield and assassinations, and looming morality of old age to leave behind a legacy that will last the ages. So yeah, this is not at all what I thought it was. So it looks like you might have a pretty good story mode, but the graphics are what's kind of getting me. And they've got like camels. Camels are cool. Wage war with over 150 new and reworked units, including cavalry, camel riders, and faction-specific units such as the Guards of Troy. Challenge yourself with new battle mechanics such as the lethality modifier, which makes both receiving or unleashing a charge or a volley of missiles deadlier and more decisive in the heat of battle. Alright, next up we have Fabledom. This has been on my radar for a little bit. It's a city builder, but it's like cutesy. You know? I didn't realize there was like combat though. Huh. I might play this. This would be kind of interesting. There's Jack and the Beanstalk. Witches. Huh. Welcome, Your Highness. A vast land awaits your settlers and is ready to be colonized. Fabledom offers an accessible and intuitive way of playing city builders. The game is easy to pick up and play for anyone, but can still offer a challenge for more experienced players, thanks to its difficulty settings. Set in a strange world where fairy tales become reality, you will witness the growth of your village, follow your citizens' lives, and watch the rise and fall of your relationships with the neighboring kingdoms. From a small village to a bustling fairy tale kingdom. I like that. Find the promised land, settle down, and flourish. You will need every resource available to you and expand, thrive, build, and shape a city worthy of your citizens. Meet and interact with magical creatures. Experience a fairy tale world filled with flying pigs, giants, gnomes, and much more. Explore every nook and cranny of this magical world, but beware of the witch sisters and the looming dragon if you don't want your kingdom to be a cautionary tale itself. Adapt your playstyle to find true love. Oh my. Romance will strongly shape the way you play and enjoy the game. Fabledom's focus on love and candor will provide fresh city-building mechanics as you can choose between 6 different rulers to interact with. Get unique quests and buildings for your kingdom. It says, make it rain coins on your fablings by building a mystic mine, but do so at your own expense, as trolls have an appetite for such endeavor. Gather your army and hero to protect your kingdom from the malicious invasion. I did not know you were going to have combat in this. Fabledom is inspired by amazing games like The Settlers, Foundation, and Kingdoms and Castle, which Foundation finally hit its 1.0, and this game's been out for a little while before then. That's you know, it's just the way it is. It's got an 87%. I like the aesthetics. I really do. I might try this out. Next up, we have Griftlands. I actually do have this game. If you look back on some of my videos, I've done several videos on this. This is a narrative deck building roguelike. It was very kind of fun. 3 very unique, different characters. I didn't actually beat any of them towards the, to get towards the end, because a lot of times, even though it was a narrative, it kind of drug. Like one single gameplay, one single game through, felt like 3 hours. And yeah, it was heavy story for all 3 characters and stuff like that, just to get to the end. But it had a hard feel. I probably need to get back into it just so I can beat it. But it was very well done, specifically because you have 2 different types of deck building combat. You have actual combat, and then you have like political combat almost, where it's very, you use other like social cards to outwit and maneuver things. It's a very good game though. Look up Griftlands underneath my older videos and you should be able to find it. Next up we have Tales and Tactics. Same thing. Tales and Tactics I have made a video of. This is an auto battler. Roguelike, a lot of different characters. It's done very well. These guys were the ones that did the Slay the Spire mod. That kind of took off on its own, which was amazing. It's got like 20 people, I believe, characters with all different types of things. They all have upgradable perks and stuff like that. I did like it. I did not like how limited your units were. But again, look in my YouTube videos and you can see a full rundown. Our playthroughs, as always. I know they've updated it quite a bit since the last time I played. But they've got a lot of good, a lot of good characters. Next up, we have Nalblik's Dungeon Master. Now, I do definitely know I have one of those. Now, how do you spell that? I have, no, it's not that. That's a weird game. How do you spell that? And I'll look and see if I've got it right now. Nheu. Nheu. Okay, so no, I just have this one. So I don't have that specific one. This one might be a brand new one that I haven't got yet. But this one, let's see. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, embody Revo the Servile, or not, steward of the dungeon of Nalblik. Years before the first incursion of fearless adventurers, you are tasked to build, develop, and populate the Wobbly Tower. Above all, try not to upset your master, the evil sorcerer Zangdar. Are you up to the task? Okay, so the other one I have, you are heroes going in. This one, you are basically the villain that creates the tower. That's a very interesting take. I like that. But it only got a 73%. The first one was very funny. So, ascend to days of glory and build the dungeon of your dreams. Decorate each room with lots of objects and furniture to attract new patrons and employees. Raise your reputation to new heights to become the world devious dungeon. Level up your tripe advisor reputation to attract new customers to your tavern. Display your most precious treasures to earn their benefits. Protect them from jealous neighbors. As you grow, unlock new dungeon levels to expand and diversify. I could make a joke here about current affairs, but I'm going to choose not to. Hire less useless personnel to work, defend, raid, and serve the evil Zangdar. The world of Nahalbek, I think that's kind of how you say it, is inhabited by various and unusual species, each with perks and skills. Can you manage them? Probably not. Manage the expectations and needs of your fellow minions to reveal the best or worst of their capabilities. Upgrade them to improve their workflow and their satisfaction. Deal with strikes and other acts of insubordination the way you like. Handle Zangbar frustration to secure your fragile position. This has got a lot of stuff to it. Production is key to thriving and achieving a monopoly, so we need to generate numerous resources to flood the market. So basically, that's how you fund to raiding and producing, are pretty much how you get all your money. Looks really cool. I will probably check this out, and I will definitely post a video on this at the very least. It may not be soon, but we will see. Next up, we have My Little Universe. I think this is actually the last one, too. I have never heard of this. It says, go above and beyond the cosmos. The universe is vast and filled with adventures, mysteries. Wow. Mysteries to solve and enemies to fight. Who knows? You might even meet a few friendly faces along the way. Better yet, invite up to 3 of your friends to join you in split-screen local co-op mode, because it's always more exciting with friends. I love local co-op. Explore 9 mythical worlds and 65 different dungeons with mythology-inspired lands to hostile alien worlds await you and your friends. Filled with wonder and plunder, challenges and adversities, your task is to restore these beautiful worlds to their former glory. Gather resources. The worlds are filled with rich minerals ready to be harvested by your trusty tools and mythical artifacts of untapped power guarded by powerful foes. Use more than 70 different gatherable resources to recreate lands long lost to a mysterious threat. So basically, you go to these places, you kill things that are bad, gather resources, you build them all up. Kind of multiplayer survival game. Alright. Get entranced by the game's cozy atmosphere, enjoy the relaxing soundtrack, and fall in love with the simplistic yet charismatic visuals. After all, it's all about the journey and the friends we make along the way. Yeah, so those are all the games for February right now. I would give this maybe about a 6 out of 10. Some of these look really cool. I think these two right here are going to be a lot of drawing point for some people because they are first-person shooters. I'm not a big first-person shooter fan. I already have these two, so I know how they play. These 3 I might play. I really will heavy might play them because those sound really kind of fun. So as always, we're going to look at the charity for this month. The United Negro College Fund is a charity that provides college scholarships, helps fund 37 historically black colleges and universities, and supports nation-leading advocate initiatives and groups. We need that more than ever right now, it seems. So I'm really glad that we're kind of getting a part of that. So all of your stuff always comes in as donations to good causes like this. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments, what games you're looking forward to playing, what games you might want to see me play on the channel. And then, when I get some more time, I'll see you in the next one.